I'm all right from the Wright's Garage. This is my 1980 MGB. It's a beautiful banana yellow. It's having trouble overheating. We're going to be switching the radiator fan with the race car one, which is twice as powerful. Did you subscribe? Don't forget to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell, and comment.
Hey, I'm Paul with TheWright'sGarage. So we're going to be taking the radiator off. You want to come have a close look at this radiator here? Yeah. So this radiator in the race car, scrap metal, is much more powerful. This pushes out over 1,000 CFM. So we're going to take this one out and we're going to put it in the MGB. Because the MGB has been overheating, it almost keeps it cool but not quite. So fortunately, this isn't too difficult to remove. Here we go. So this is it's a Doral fan. It's a 2-speed fan, and I basically wired both the speeds together. It just runs on full speed all the time. So we're going to put this inside the MG.
Okay. So right now my dad's moving the MG into the shady part, so it isn't as hot when we're working on it. So I'll show you him moving it.
This piece pushes through and into the radiator, and then this on the other side comes on and makes it tight. So we hold the radiator in place. Okay, you get the bag open? You got it? It's not going to open. So let's just check the side on this. It's going to stay in the radiator. Yeah. So what's difficult is kind of guessing where it needs to go, which is why I did it this way. So push it through from this side, and be really careful that it goes between the fins. So get your head over and look. Okay, and then push that through. Okay, and it's got to go all the way through. Okay, and then in the bag there are little so we need a foam pad first, a piece of foam. This is going to protect the radiator. So this piece first, take one pad off, and then just one, and then push it through the tip there. Okay, and then this. Okay, and then this goes on like that, and just push it all the way to the radiator. Okay, let me just pinch it up. You want to get the... Okay, get another thing out first. Okay, and we're just going to put 2 in the top, because just for testing purposes that'll be fine. Okay. So go through your hole here. Lovely. Okay, and I'm just going to attach the fan. So this is the ground. ideal, but it should be enough to make it work.
It's fine.
Okay, so fan's working, blowing a nice amount of air. Runs like a champ. There, you want to hold the camera?
We're gonna take our beautiful bright yellow MG for a spin.
Okay, so we're going to take it for a spin. We're going to keep an eye on the temperature gauge. You want to point out the temperature gauge, Ollie?
So I can reach it with my seatbelt.
So this is a temperature gauge. So we don't have the thermostat in, so it's going to take a long time to warm up. But what's been happening is it just slowly creeps up and gets to hot. Really, we want it to stop somewhere in the middle, I think. Slightly above the middle would be okay, but the idea is we need it to go up and not continue to get hot. So we're going to take it for a bit of a spin and see how she does. Oh, I should shut the garage. I think, all right. Here we go.
Oh my gosh, what is in the air?
What?
Something's got in my eye.
Something in your eye?
Yeah,
Oh, that sucks.
something just flew over and got in my eye.
She's running pretty nice, guys. Running like a champion. Adjust the mirrors a little bit. Beautiful. See your cat, bud? Is your cat in the back? In the last video, Ollie really thought the black piece on here looked like a cat, so that's his cat, the roof. Yeah, we actually have a tonneau cover that we're going to put on the back at some point. The roof, the back window has a hole in it, so we're going to put the tonneau cover on, I think. Oh, a couple of policemen. Engine temp still nice and cold. You want to have a quick look at that, then? Still staying nice and low down the bottom. Beautiful.
And just a reminder, we want that to be around the middle, which is where it should be, maybe a little over, but
just over. And it's fine if it's lower. Another thing we need to do, so we're just running water in the radiator at the moment, so once we're happy that it's working right, we'll put in coolant, we'll add a little bit of water wetter or more cool, which helps keep the temperature a little bit lower. We've also taken the thermostat out, which is currently allowing it to warm up slower, and like I say, once it's running right, we'll put that back in. I'm not sure if I got a regular one, or it might be a lower temperature thermostat. So standard ones on most cars are around 180 degrees. Often you can put in a like a 165 one or even a 155 one. That allows the thermostat to open a little bit earlier, gets the coolant flowing around the car a little bit sooner, and can help with to prevent overheating, but ultimately a thermostat's just a switch. So if the radiator isn't cooling, it still isn't going to cool, because the thermostat's just a switch that allows the coolant to flow through the radiator. If the rest of the system isn't good enough, you've still got more work to do. But yeah, it can lower a little bit. So we're getting up to working temperature now. It's kind of close to where it should be. So now we're just going to kind of monitor it. This is kind of the little black block that we run. We're about halfway now, so we can see how it's doing. Hopefully, it's going to hold station. Oh, feel the power. Wheel spin, baby. Woo. All 70 horses prancing in the same direction. Oh, she's flying. Feels like we're doing 120 mile an hour now, but we're actually doing the speed limit, which is 45. Actually, the speed limit's 40, so we're doing 40 miles an hour. And the big massive Rodozer truck's behind us.
Oh man, now it's beside us. Oh, and now it's past us.
Look how big that truck is compared to us. He's massive. Yeah, I wouldn't want to get run over by a Rodozer in this thing. I think we weigh 2,000 pounds. The Rodozer probably weighs 6. He'd crush us without even missing a beat. All right, bud, temperature check. Where is it?
It's just around halfway, so I'd say it's running quite good.
So far, we want it to hold. We want it to stop increasing.
Yep. There's the house structure. There's been a bit more wood added to it, and it looks like it's coming along quite well. And we're just enjoying the nice breeze through our hair, and we're having a good time.
Temperature check. Slightly above half now. Come on, baby, you can do it. Be cool. It's a hot day. I'm not sure what temperature is. I bet it's probably mid-high 80s. We live in Florida, lucky us.
I hope Adriana's okay.
What's happening?
I hope Adriana's okay.
Uh-oh, it's still climbing.
No, it's still climbing.
So if you know where the needle's actually supposed to be on an MGB, so all the MGB lovers, please let us know in the comments where it should be. Oops. Gears are a little bit. Yeah, so I've heard a lot of people on the MGB groups talk about what temperature the coolant is at when they're driving. I'm not sure how they're getting that, because we just have the gauge with a needle. So I don't know where they get the actual temperature from. It's not like a newer car that's got an OBD2 where you can plug in some kind of card, some kind of reader, and get that information out of it. So.
Should we ask them like which video they like better, this one or the last one? Since the last one we used a different GoPro.
What do you want to ask him? You want to ask him something? Ask him something.
So guys, can you give us some feedback, since we're just trying out a new GoPro? In the last one we used the 7 Black, and now we're using the GoPro 10 Pro.
Yeah, we got a super cool GoPro. We've got all the bells and whistles. We've got a wide angle lens on it. Yeah, we're really happy with the GoPro.
And we even got a little like big foamy mic on it, and we have a light on it.
Yeah, it's got the media kit. And it's got a handheld grip that also has a battery.
Yeah. And we just today, when we were working on the MG, it was standing on this like maybe 3-4 foot pole.
A 57-inch aluminum stand, like a little tripod that we can sit the GoPro on when we're recording, making videos. Yeah, you want to check the temperature, bud? So the temperature is currently about 3/4 of the way up. What we'll probably do is just stop by home, open the hood, make sure everything's going the way we want it to, and then we'll maybe drive some more, depending on how it goes. It's working its way up. We've actually driven for twice as long as what we normally do before it's getting hot. So the new fan is definitely helping. But what we need is it to work, not help.
Yeah.
So Another possible avenue that we'll probably do if we're not quite getting the temps that we want is get a new radiator. These are copper radiators that they had
in 1980.
1980, right, when they made it. So it's a copper radiator painted black. Copper is a good insulator and may work better than aluminum. However, the more modern technology you get with aluminum tends to make the aluminum radiators a little better.
Can we roll the windows up since it's getting...
You can do whatever you want, bud. Okay, we're at a stop sign. Chance to feel the power. Oh, feel the power. You can smell the power.
Yep. If you guys were here, you could smell the fuse too. But the GoPro is actually like really cool, since when you're in time-lapse mode, if you look on the back, you can change it into normal speed, so it's like normal speed instead of in time-lapse. Like, yeah. Isn't that so cool?
It's totally cool, and we're really excited about learning how to use the GoPro. It's meant to be designed to help you create content, and we're trying to get our channel going, trying to make some cool videos. So we'll see if the GoPro can help us do that.
Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications.
Yeah. Can you smell it? I think I can smell coolant. I think we're getting hot. You want to check the temperature? So we're getting pretty close to hot now. So we'll see. I'm going to go back. I want to make sure the ground wasn't particularly good on the fan that we put on. So I want to make sure the fan's actually still running, because it may have come off. Bit of a temporary install. If we're going to do it, I don't know. I'm either going to buy the same fan for this car, potentially get an even better fan, or use that fan and buy a new radiator for the race car. But it works really well on the race car, so I'm kind of happy with that. So we'll see how it goes.
And what we keep calling the race car is just my dad's autocross car, scrap metal.
Yeah, car I built completely from scratch. Everything, chassis, the lot. I didn't build the engine. I bought an engine, but engine's been through a few iterations. I had a 2.2 litre engine, and I de-stroked it to a 2 litre. It's got a 4-speed transmission, because I took the standard 6-speed S2000 transmission. I removed the 5th and 6th gears to save some weight, make it accelerate a little bit faster, reduce some losses in the transmission. So, okay, we're close to home now.
Oh, I bet there's some furniture or something. So we're nearly home.
Okay, so we're gonna get home now. We're gonna pop the hood, see what's going on. I know when it gets hot, it tends to steam. So hopefully that's not happening. I just want to have a look at everything, make sure it's doing what we want it to. Is it locked? Wait a minute. Okay, so we've got a few issues. If you look right here, the kind of water bubbles out. So I think there's a hole here. On the top of the radiator here, it was leaking before. Yeah, you can see a little bit of moisture coming out. I don't know how well you can see. A little bit of moisture going on here. We've got a little bit of like seepage out of the gasket. Obviously those things aren't going to help with the coolant, because it's a pressurized system and the pressure allows it to get a slightly warmer temperature. Oh yeah, we got steam coming out. We've got to shut it down. She'll stop. Yeah, I think one of the emission things are missing, which causes it to like just run. Yeah, she's boiling over. Okay, so we have more issues than just the fan. Kind of sucks. Let me turn the fan on. Ollie, can you hook up the big black fan and point it at the car? So this is a pretty big fan that we've got on here. We're probably not going to get much bigger. Like there's this, it's sitting on this piece and it's pretty much touching the top. We could go with a slightly bigger one and stick it out, but it's not ideal. So I think the next step is going to be get a new radiator for it and then give that a whirl, see how it goes. You can see we've already replaced a few bits, like trying to replace all the rubber hoses in here. But she runs good, we're pretty happy, and it's a 40-year-old car, we've only had her a little while. So, alright, we will check out. You want to say goodbye, bud?